wash that fucking word out of your mouth, bitch. You ghetto bitch. Wash it right out of your mouth. I said, what?
Right about this 10:36. Audio. Right about this 10:36 on your dial. Right about this 10:36. They call me the king. The audio. The cool stroke audio drop. The sound king, baby. Right about this 10:36 on your dial. Good evening, New York City, upstate Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Ohio, yes sir, and let's not forget Massachusetts, the most talked about, most feared man on the bandwave. Let me not forget the boys up there in Langhorne, man, I'll get a little irate. Hey yo guys up there in Langhorne, don't forget guys, you got 3 beams on the top of that building, man. You need the center one pointed at me. I'll put a nice big blip on the screen, don't worry. And the one on the left does sweeps, the one on the right does sweeps. Just a little audio drive. I am the king of New York. Audio. Hey, yo, Frank. It's now 12:08, and look who's in the house.
Hey, 127, you're going to have to sit this one out, man, because you're not being heard, and I'm not doing nothing but being heard over there. A Rocky movie or something?
I don't know. I do not know. You know what? I'm going to run high tonight. Audio. I'm going to run a little high tonight. Audio. Yeah, I'm going to run a little high tonight. I'm going to run a little high time, baby. I'm going to run a little juice up their butt tonight. Oh, yeah. Audio. Yes, sir. Maybe we'll leave it like that for tonight, you know? Maybe we'll rock the whole night just like that.
Sorry, Master, don't stand on the other side of the fence. Because he's clogging up. And don't forget it. Don't you dare forget it. 2 red-lighted biatch.
Yeah, don't you swell his head. I said, don't you swell his head. Oh, yeah. That's how I'm going to rock it out tonight. Just a little mud duck audio. Just a little mud ducking. Let me seal it up a little bit. But anyway, all right there. I did what I had to do across the band. I showed them who could do what, who can't do what. And I am the king of New York. No matter how you twist it. Audio. Oh, the king is back.
Nobody hears you.
Oh, I didn't know we're down here, man. I didn't know we were down here. Oh, man, I didn't know we were down here. Audio. I didn't know we were down here there, right? Hey, cool stroke. Hey, how about it there, Johnny? You got a copy? I don't know, but I'd say bad girl, really off frequency. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Let me put that like that because I don't want to hear that shit chattering away. Hey, Johnny. Oh, look at that. 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 Audio. Oh. There we go. Just a little sideband audio there. So how we doing tonight there, dog?
It's been a while since I heard the whole mob out there. He said he don't want to hear no Spanish shit, but he out there trying to talk Spanish.
I don't don't know. I think Shadow Master's having a real hard time telling people lies out there. I know for a fact all Shadow Master hears is us, man. I know for a fact all he hears is us start pluckers right here. Yes, sir. The boy in New York, I cry.
And send each other out text. Get outside there. Get outside there. Like it's gonna make a damn difference.
I don't know, man. I like the sideband because the junkies can't go to sideband. The babies can't go to sideband. And we really can't understand what they're saying if they're not on the channel. If they're off frequency, they can forget about trying to mess up sideband. Oh yeah, no doubt it. Hey, I'm the cool stroke with audio drive, baby. Richie boy, the king of New York.
They must have been watching Rocky or something, Karate Kid or something, because they all down with the same plan right now. Rocky was at least getting the pool instead of jumping the rope.
Yeah, man. That's just a little bit of what it's about, man. Yeah, I know. Right now they're talking about Eddie Murphy, Delirious. They're talking a little bit about Eddie Murphy, the Delirious bullshit. I am the king of New York. Man, turn that down a little. I am the king of New York, no doubt it. Oh, yeah, just a little bit of Richie. A little bit of Richie. Yeah, buddy. Let's do a little bit of Richie, man. Oh, yes, sir. I'm the king of New York, and I'm back. Why?
Get outside there, because we can't do nothing about them crackers. They're fucking milking it. They're all milked up. They got juice all over their mouth right now. Now they chill out there.
I don't know. I guess if we let him talk, he'll get a little happy. I'm surprised he ain't crying like a baby tonight. At least he's not crying like a baby.
I guess I'll say goodnight. I'll talk to you tomorrow or whatever. Getting kind of tired. I'm looking on eBay. I'm buying up a whole bunch of shit on there tonight.
Well, you know, I did promise everybody. I did promise everybody that I will be back for my 1207 there, Roger.
Well, listen, I don't know. I'm just out here. I'm buying up fucking everything on eBay. I'm bored out of my mind. So I'm having a good time. They got that big ass boot. They got that big ass boot on them right now. They got that big ass boot on them right now. I got it pumped up. And I hope I'm fucking up all that side that shit right there. No problem. Wait till we get him tomorrow. We're gonna tear him a new fucking anus. He ain't gonna be able to sit down for a month.
Well, you know, if you're buying up a lot of stuff on eBay and you need a little help, I could throw a couple ideas your way. In the microphone section, I'm not gonna lie, but when you type in the word CV microphones, check out some of their bass mics. I think I spotted the other night a couple of immaculate, I mean Johnny, I seen two immaculate Shures up in there with the gooseneck on them, and I tell you what, them's nice pieces if they're anything on the inside like they're looking on the outside, very well kept.
I bought a set of new old stock NOS fucking tubes for my amp. I bought 8 of them. 8 tubes for my amp. I bought a set of 8. There was a sleeve of 10, and I bought the whole sleeve of 10 actually for a good price. I got it for a good price. Just to have backups anyway. I don't even need them. I just wanted to get them anyway. And I got something else that I wanted. Nick Jeffrey ordered that boy. Something that I've always been wanting for a long time, and I figured I'd buy it.
Yeah, Roger on that. Roger on that, son. All right, let me see. Let me back this audio. Hey, Johnny, how'd the audio go right there? Did the audio clear up a lot or what?
Hey, where did Frankie boy go? Frankie's still out there?
I don't know. I don't know where Frankie's at.
See, this is a pretty good idea, Richie. I think every time shit gets out of hand, when they start coming on, Bad Bitch and the other fucking jerk off and all the kumquat and all the fucking faggots come on, we just drop on off the side, man, and tear the channel up because they can't use their equipment out there. They don't know how to use sideband, so pretty simple. Most of them don't have it, and the ones that do don't know how to use it anyway. And on sideband, I tear them up, man. I gotta be doing at least with I'm using a 1x4 right now. I gotta be doing at least 600-700 right now with the 5 pills, 5 transistors. It's gotta be in like that much at least. So I'm probably tearing the channel up on the receive end.
Well, Johnny, I don't think it's the fact that none of them know how to use the sideband. Most of them don't. But the fact of the matter is that you look at your clarifier, all of them are really off frequency. So even if they could come to sideband, they couldn't get down with us because they'll hear us just fine and we wouldn't understand one word they said. That's what happens when you get cats working on radio don't know what they're doing. So it's not their fault. Their techs suck. But yeah, I feel you, man. It separates the men from the boys, the junkies from the monkeys. And I guess the ones who ain't got it, in order to avoid this, they'll have to act like men. If their counterparts do it, well, hey, man, we just leave the party and we take it to where we can take it, man. You know what I mean? I mean, that makes them really irate. But I'll be damned if I'm going to go up to Channel 40. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's a chicken maneuver.
Yeah. You know what? They heard us talking out there. They came out there on purpose and thought they were going to tear up the channel. Wait till I get that little motherfucker. He comes on and talks to us and tries to be a nice guy when we're out there. And then when he comes on with his bad girlfriend, he tries to talk around to me and Frankie and everybody else. No problem. We play catch him out. Next time he tries to come on and talk to us, he's done. I'm going to go right in my car, go over the bridge. I'm going to go right to fucking Sunset Park. I'm going to park right in front of his fucking house and sit there all night and talk.
Well, Johnny, I pointed that out a long time ago, and I get on him for that. And you see what I tell him. I tell him, he wants to fly right around here. He's going to have to act like a man. I said, you're not going to move on to the next man's block and act like you're a jerk-off from the other neighborhood. That's not going to happen. You up on this block, you either got to learn the ways, walk like a man, talk like a man, act like a man, and you can enjoy your receive. But I noticed that, he tries so hard. He's so lonely and fucked up in the head that when he ain't got these other douchebag chunky girls out there, that he actually acts half normal. I mean, even through the half normalcy, he's still trying to throw his little innuendos and cheap shots at me, but I think it's hilarious. But he's actually acting normal, He's not turning into the fucking jerk off till he starts crying. But I feel what you're saying about when he's got his boys out there, he acts like a different man. Well, you could take care of that one. Me, I'm only after the one out here that's blaming everybody and giving everybody hell, saying it's because of me. I'm the one out here who trying to drill it into your head for months. The beef between me and Richie. It's not with y'all. The beef between me and Richie. Stay out of it. Now today, there's no beef. I beat him in all his beefs. Now he's trying to turn y'all against me by saying I'm blowing y'all up. I'm glad I don't know where half of yous live. I'm glad for the amount of men off this channel that I really did meet. And I'm glad for the amount they said, Richie didn't ask me anything about myself. I said, Richie might be a cop, but Richie didn't turn none of that cop shit on me. Richie doing his thing. And I have a method to my madness, dog.
Yeah, well, in my case, it's a whole different fucking ball game. Because if they want to try to fuck around and come here, they have no idea what they're getting themselves into. They can't even begin the world of shit that they'll be getting themselves into. I guarantee that much. Well, I'm like a phone call away, and they'll be all over with. Anyway, that's the least I want to talk about that. Anyway, it's good to go on sideband, tear them in the asshole once in a while. It's pretty much fun. Well, that's it. After I do this, I'm done with the hobby, man. I'm good. Be loaded up with everything I need, and that's it. I ain't buying nothing.
Roger on that. take a pause for the cause there. I'm gonna go load this coffee pot. I've been home like over an hour already, but my computer was tied up listening to that bullshit that I walked out on. Yo, he is hilarious, dude. The way him and Bad Girl were trying to convince y'all that first of all, who do I talk to on Sideband? I think so far I've only been talking to you and 425. Yet I think anytime that you're out here on Sideband, I do believe I'm talking to one of y'all. And least to say, we're not talking about names and addresses out here. We're having a good old time. We know what we're talking about. But I think his new tactic is hilarious, dude. I mean, there's a couple of more tactics he can try, but I just hope you all see what's happening, man. That's why I'm playing them the way I'm playing them. That's why I'm playing this pussy crew the way I'm playing them. It's driving them crazy and it's making them mad. Richie ain't locking it up with us no more. That's right. Richie's not locking it up with y'all. Richie accomplished everything he needed to do. Richie achieved everything he needed to do. Richie got everything out of your mouth he needed to get out of your mouth, plus a whole bunch more, and a couple of bonuses on Videogate. So Richie's done, man. The job is now over. Now it's just to kick back, sit back and relax, and wait for the typing to start.
Anyway, I'm getting a little tired. I'm getting a little thirsty. I'm going to go get some coffee. And I'm all talked out for the night. I'm tired of listening to this little bastard anyway.
Yeah, Roger, right on. All right, well, see, Bad Girl didn't listen to the video gates. See, if Bad Girl would have listened to the video gates 2.5 years ago, and Bad Girl would have heard himself lay out Richie's whole plan, but he said it as a joke. To me, it was no joke. That was the objective and the mark and the point. And all the objectives have been completed. All the points have been rounded up. All the things have been signed, sealed, and delivered in full. All I did was tell them, you do have the right to remain silent. Richie's clear.
Want to. Actually, when I turn it down like this, I get a little more audio out of it. I get a lot more audio out of my radio right now. When I keep the audio down like this, it probably sounds a lot better. I can hear it on the radio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello, 1, 2. Actually,
audio. Yeah, well, what I did was I dropped off all the boxes. I knocked all the boxes out of whack. I ain't got no box. This is just my Ranger with the RF power knob at approximately 8 o'clock.
Like that, when I move it like that, it sounds better.
It sounds real good. Can you hear me right now?
I hear you right through it, man. It's not even it's a fucking joke. I hear you coming right through it, like not even anything there.
All right. Well, I was just checking there because I turned off all the boxes, Hey, you know what they can do? You know what the candy asses can do, right? They can get somebody with a strong carrier, and that man can hold a dead key. And as long as he holds a dead key, all of the AM can hear what we're saying. But you notice you get to see how off frequency these cats are, right? Right now, the only one on the channel that seems to be on frequency, and that's because of my big mouth. It wasn't like that a month ago, but anyway. Alright, Johnny, I'm gonna go on the side, man. I'm gonna go on the side, do what I'm doing here. Richie Claire.
Jerry, hello. One of them niggas is always gonna sound fucked up, but they ain't happy with that shit. This way I can keep the radio keyed. That's the whole idea. I want to keep a little audio keyed. I want to show they're all giving each other 10 pounds like it's never gonna happen in all three on the same channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't bring quality over it.
Hey, Johnny, look at that.
Radio. I'm listening to this. Yeah, there's some stupid motherfuckers. Better just like that.
Roger, right on. All right, there. I'm gonna go on the side here, man. I'm gonna do my thing over here. I'm gonna do what it is I'm doing. You know who there, Mr. Johnny Boy. They call me Richie. To some, little Richie Cappy. To some, the Chief. To the ones that really count, the Chief. The king of the back quiet.
Take it southward. I've been trying to hear you guys just clear. We want to move. Right there, right here at 31 southward.
Yes, sir. So, Frankie, what the fuck is going on, man? I don't know, that don't make any sense to me.
Come on, Lower Deck, it's out there. So these niggas can come right back over here. Them niggas will cry. Them niggas are gonna cry if you guys go to Southend and just bump it all day. Them niggas will start crying, bro.
I don't know. I think he'd be the first Mary I ever knew that had a Cobra 29 that had sideband. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Iron Man. Johnny Iron Man. Go to 3147. 3147. How about it, Johnny? How about it?
Yo, I wrote that Southend drumming that they have, but they stop talking on Southend because they don't want to come down here and cop the mail. Them niggas ain't got nothing to tell each other.
Testing. Richie, I didn't copy what you said. What you say, go where? I didn't hear that.
47. Yeah, how about it, Johnny? How about it, Iron Man?
Hey, Richie, hello, 1212, you got a copy? I couldn't hear what you said a minute ago. I was busy texting Frankie. I didn't hear what you said.
I've been called out to the forces. About 12:41 o'clock.
Yeah, Roger, right on. Right now, your shit says 3147, right?
Frankie, I'm gonna go to, Richie, I'm gonna go to 27314. 310. How about that? 27310. Be right in the middle.
Okay.
Richie, got a copy. I'm on 27310. Hello.
I know you are, but we should be on a number that's not so much in the middle, more or less on the channel, but off it, like 3133 or something. You know what I mean?
But I'm on right now. I'm on 273100. So I'm exactly in between 30 and 31. It's pretty easy to figure out.
Yeah, Roger. That's where I'm at. I'm with you right now too. My thing says 3100. And I didn't have to touch my clarifier at all.
Yeah, because I just dropped the frequency down a little bit, and I put the beep on so you could tell when I'm on key in case they bleeding over a little bit.
Nah, forget about it. They're gone. They're out the box, dude.
Roger, D. You know what? We're gonna take care of that motherfucker tomorrow. When I hear him out here, he's done. He's not allowed to talk on this channel no more. If I hear him out there, I'm going right in my fucking car. I'm telling you, I'm going to go right over there and park and fucking key up on him.
Well, I needed their brain to forget everything that happened 3-4 months ago because I slipped. But I got a real nice cure, dude. And this drove Punky fucking ballistic, bro. He was crying. Everybody, you hear what he's talking about, dude? You hear what he's talking about, dude? Yo, this drove him nuts. But yeah, man, I got the cure, man. I just got to get a little power supply, man. I got to find somebody who got a 2 or 3 amp, little old, you know, a little 2-3 amp power supply. If I would have had that, it'd be done already.
No, what are you going to do with a 3 amp power supply? You might as well always get something bigger. Always get bigger in case you need a bigger amp. 3 amp power supply, shit. You can't do nothing with a 3 amp. You need a fucking 30 amp minimum just to have it anyway because you know it's not going to use it. It's only going to use what you need.
Johnny, for a 3/4 watt or a 1 watt dead key, somewhere in Manhattan where my boy got this, he says, yo, Richie, he goes, I listen to your videos, I see what's up. He goes, yo, here's where my apartment's located at. I got my own terrace. I'm 9 stories up. Here's the location. All I need is a power supply, dummy. All I need is a tiny little power supply, and that's that. God take care of the rest. Michael Anthony Axel was supposed to provide it 2 months ago. He never came through with it. I need an all power supply. 2 or 3 amp will do the job. Like I said, it's only a 3/4 watt dead key. That's all it's going to be doing for about 8 hours a clip. It's going to be on a timer. I'm not going to tell you where the location is, but it's going to, you know, pretty much solve the problems, or pretty much enable us to point out, wow, listen how beautiful it is out here. Who's missing?
Well, listen, I got even better idea. You know what? If Radio Shack was still open and they had the parts like, what do you call it? Transformer, a 3 amp transformer, a heated diode, and a fucking big capacitor, and a couple of, like a board. I have all the parts. I couldn't make a fucking power supply. I couldn't make one. But I can't get the parts anymore. I have everything to do it. I just need a 3 amp transformer. I can make one. That's not a problem. I can make it in an hour. I made plenty of them. I made a couple of nice 3 amp power supplies for Radio Shack parts. It's easy to do. The whole thing is they're not open anymore and the parts ain't readily available. I actually have everything here except for the 3 amp transformer. That's all I need.
Well, here's the real deal. I happen to have, you know, all I need is that kind of a power supply. What I could also use, if I could find any, you know, I don't have any extra in the house, so that's out of the question. I never owned a laptop. From some old laptops, the laptop plug got the little square box in the middle of the cord. You got to read those, man. Sometimes those are 14 volt, 3,000 amps, which is actually 3 amps, or 3,000 milliamps, which is actually 3 amps. You know, some of those would actually work. The computer, the computer routers that come with the cable boxes or the bigger routers, even the most standard router has got a power supply that I could use. Go take a look at what your router's made out of. That's guaranteed a 13.8 amp and a half right there.
That would work. You know what you could get in Best Buy? They sell CPU power supplies for a computer with a fan built in and everything. All you need is a power cord. All you need is another. I think I even have one somewhere. Anyway, all you need is a fucking computer power cord. Plug right into the power supply. I think 12 volts. I think 2 amps or something. 3 amps. Maybe a little less. I don't know. But they're CPU power supplies. They have the fans built in and everything for a desktop computer. I think they're real cheap. They're like $30.
Yeah, but the bad problem is, oh, they're trying so bad. Look at that. They can't slide down. Johnny, listen, the major problem is, that's good. That's real good. But my deal is that with the computer power supply, I don't want anything that's 12 volts. I want something that is at least minimum 13.8 or better. 13.8 to 15 volts is all I'll go. Reason being, 12 volts is underfeeding the unit, and for how it's going to be used, it will blow. It will definitely blow. Now, the proper voltage or a little over voltage with the lower wattage, and provided with, it'll run cool. But you have to understand, the thing's gonna be on a timer, and I think it's gonna be timed to go on every day at like I don't know, right after the 427 key up, and it'll turn off at like I don't know, after 1:30 or something, or maybe 2 in the morning. However I decide I want to program the timer. But I figure, I figure we could demonstrate and prove a point that way.
Yeah, you know what? Too bad you didn't have it set up with an iPhone. With an iPhone app, you could turn it on and off from your house with a phone. That'd be pretty sick. If you have that control that shuts shit off with an iPhone app, you know what I'm talking about? That'd be pretty cool. You wouldn't even have to leave your house. You could turn it on and off. Whenever he starts talking, you could turn it off from your phone.
Yes, I know. And that's just a whole big hassle, pain in the ass headache. That's me having a different computer. That's me having a computer system over there, and the plugs routed up through that. But no. I can't have that. What I do have access to is I have access to 9 stories up, and the terrace faces the hell of a right direction. And that's basically it, man. I got to set it on a timer. The apartment is owned by 2 police officers, so there's nothing they would love more than some motherfucker to come knocking on their door. But inside the event, look, listen, I need a power supply, man. I need a 2 or 3 amps. I'm already prepared. My DJ radio that I do the DJing with, I'm already prepared to know I might never see it again. Old ass Cobra 29. The shit ain't got no receive, but it's gorgeous on the transmit, so I tuned it up the best I could, and that's my DJ unit. So, listen, I got every piece but the power supply, bro. I got the antennas, I got the location, I got the antenna system, I got the radio, I got the antenna, I got the timer. I do not have the power supply.
Alright, so we're gonna have to come up with one for you. I'll figure something out. I'll get somebody that's got one. There's a lot of people around, they got all kinds of shit. Actually, I got my neighbor Gino is getting a new power supply. He has a Pyle, P-Y-L-E. It's a Pyle, 20 amp. But I can get it for free. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. What if it's a 20 amp power supply or a 12 amp? What if it's a 12 amp? That's no good?
Do you see the size of those power supplies? I'm trying to get a little 2-3 amp, which is smaller than the goddamn radio. Put some styrofoam between the radio and the thing, wire tie it all together. Listen, I'm trying to make it the smallest, compact, out of the way unit that's going to be sitting in the corner of the living room running out to the. Listen, I'm trying to pull off a certain maneuver without being an inconvenience to my people.
Yeah. So you need the smallest power supply, inconspicuous looking thing you can do, and put the antenna on the balcony as close to the side as you can, so nobody, if they looked up, they wouldn't even see a fucking antenna anyway. They wouldn't have a clue where it's coming from. And, if you take the ears out, that's 50% of the radio anyway. If they're missing the ears, they can't hear anything. That's it. That's what happens. It doesn't matter, bro. If they wouldn't even, from that close, they wouldn't even be able to talk to each other because the receiver will be taking out both their receivers, even that close. They'll be lucky if they can key up together. And even if they go to another channel, that's fine. Let them go to another channel, but we accomplished what we wanted.
All right. Understand what I'm saying. The 4 problem children are all where? Where's the 4 problem children? They're all on the lower east and west side. Well, somewhere between 14th and 23rd Street, there is 9 stories up that I have. Now, if you picture what that looks like, you have to understand that the blocks are straight. The balcony overlooks West Side Highway, Hudson, and everything below it in streets. You couldn't see uptown if you tried. You'd have to be at the other side of the building. The side of the building that we have, if we're standing on the balcony, all we can see is the bridges, the Verrazano, and Jersey. There's no seeing uptown. There's no seeing the Empire State. You don't even have vision on it. It's your back. You follow what I'm saying? So I got the best location. When my boy says to me, I says, yo, I says, I said, Joe, you got any contracts over there? He says, contracts? I goes, for what? So I said, blah, blah, blah. I told him why. He's like, oh, man. He goes, forget the route. He goes, how about an apartment? I went, yeah. What do you got? He said, how about blah, 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 3rd Avenue? I said, oh, yes.
Yeah, that sounds cool. That'd be fun, man. Have a good time with that, definitely. As long as everybody's down for it, that'd be a great idea. Richie, I'm going to pull out of here, man. I'm going to throw the TV on. I got to get something to drink. I'm getting fucking thirsty. We've been out here for hours already. So I'm going to shut down. I'll catch you later. I'll catch you tomorrow. I got to get up early, go to work anyway.
Johnny, I ain't a joke, man. Hold on, shit. I didn't have the thing locked and my shit switched. Listen, just watch me work, man. I told you it was a long time ago. Watch me work. Watch me work. Now, mind you, I'm pulling all this off without any with unofficial capacity. I'm getting no help from the job. I'm using no job resources. I'm trying never to use on-the-job people when I don't have to. And basically it. And I'm asking a lot of you to stand by, or should I say not get involved. I mean, they want to claim that, it's because of me. They claim they have no beast, but they're trying to forget, the way they spoke to people or the threats they made to people. And now that they figure out it's all well and done and they can't be beat, now it's time to try a different tack. Well, I think that's hilarious when they come out, I ain't got no beef with you, you never had no beef. What the fuck you think, this last 2 years of you running your mouth like that's just going to go away? Oh, motherfucker, you got another thing coming. You're right, we didn't have a beef till you started opening your mouth.
Yeah, well, that's the way they're all gonna end. You know that. That's the way it started, that's the way it's gonna end, bro. They never accomplish anything by starting with somebody, especially somebody who doesn't take no shit from nobody. That's the way it is. That's the way you gotta be. Just do what you gotta do, live your life, and I would say fuck them all. I wouldn't care. Alright, I gotta go, Richie. I gotta go. I gotta sleep, man. I'm getting really tired. I'll catch you tomorrow, sometime during the day, alright?
Go ahead, I'm gonna go flip the table around and tuck these motherfuckers in for the night. Give Frankie a phone call and tell him if he wakes up to any music, don't accuse that scumbag of playing the fine shit I do.
Alright, whatever. You know what? I'm so tired of that fucking cupcake asshole. The funny thing about it is, if I was face to face with him, he would try to kiss my fucking balls and shake my hand. Oh, I'm sorry, man. It's just a radio. I'm only fucking around. He would play that shit. I know it. That's what the whole thing about it. He would shit his fucking pants. I know that for a fact. He's a little bitch. I know it. I called him out plenty of times. They don't do nothing. So I'm tired of it. I'm just tired of even listening to it. Because I know where it's going to wind up anyway, so I don't bother anymore. All right, catch you tomorrow, Claire.
Peace out.